Odysseus had sailed and been to the underworld. He thought the worst was behind him. How wrong he was. Ahead of his crew, a narrow strait with two great sheer cliffs closing in. "We have to go through there?" the helmsman asked. Odysseus nodded while scanning the water anxiously. "This is something we need to avoid!" With a roar, a giant plume of water shot into the air. It rained an angry spray for miles. What on earth was that? Charybdis. Eternally hungry, it swallows millions of gallons of water, creating a huge whirlpool miles wide. If we get too close, the ship and all of us will be swallowed whole.
One of the most famous stories is the story of how he has to navigate between the monster Scylla and the whirlpool Charybdis. This is going to be bad news for him. Scylla and Charybdis become powerful symbols of a situation in life between a rock and a hard place. I got through that, I can get through this. This is why losses are so valuable, because a loss devastates. For every bad thing that happens, there can be a useful kind of recollection. You got to go through a lot of stuff to get the thing you want. I have to go with the character through all kinds of challenges because he knew pain was coming. What was that time in your life for you when you met Scylla and Charybdis? And did you get through all the way? Or were you wounded in some way? That is to say, were you unscathed? Most of the time when you go through Scylla and Charybdis, you don't come out on the other side unscathed. Most of the time you come out wounded or hurt in some way, but you get through.
Is there no other way? Odysseus shook his head and paced the deck.
Through Orleans and Charlotte, my soul will embark. I'll follow your voice straight into
My crew,
the dark.
do not depart this course. Do not let your hearts be shaken. Stand firm, hold fast, and do not be afraid. For today is the day of victory, not defeat. Though this trial is yet a few days from Ithaca, I cannot promise there won't be pain or suffering, but as your captain, I will guide you to clearer skies. Let me remind you where we have been together and what I have brought you through. So trust me, and I will not lead you astray.
Oh, my allegiance is rightfully yours.
The men picked up their oars and continued to row. Head straight down the middle. Where are you, Scylla? Scylla was a six-headed beast with long serpentine necks. It had a taste for sea creatures and sailors. Odysseus had not informed the crew. Captain, look! The whirlpool widened. Row for your lives! While our eyes were on Charybdis, Scylla crawled down the cliffs and snatched 6 men from the ship. gripped tightly in their jaws. Save us! We were caught between Scylla on one side, gruesomely devouring us, and Charybdis on the other, threatening to consume us all. The helmsman started to turn backwards toward Charybdis. You must steer straight between the two! Now row! Row like you've never rowed before! The men groaned. And don't look back! Our ship cut through the waves, tears coursing down our cheeks. Soon we were beyond the reach of both Scylla and Charybdis. I looked grimly ahead. In all of my wanderings, I have never passed through anything